It's very adorable. Welcome to the farm.
Welcome back to the farm. This is Dana, Cadence, and Justin, and today we are getting our brooder set up for babies that are coming on Thursday.
Yep, pretty exciting, right, Cade?
Yeah!
Always fun to get babies on the farm.
Yep.
So this behind us actually used to be our duck coop.
It says the quack house. That means quack is for ducks.
That's right. But now that we don't have ducks anymore, we use it as our brooder. So we're gonna get it ready for the babies.
Yeah, and it's really dirty inside.
So we got two things we need to take care of today right away. We need to get the venting up on top there closed up because the chicks need a lot of warmth. And last time we had babies in there, we haven't cleaned it out yet. So we got to get that done today. So we got the venting closed up. It's not a perfect seal on the venting, but it doesn't need to be. We throw heaters in there. It's just to kind of help keep some of the breeze off the baby chicks. So Dana got the coop shoveled out as good as we need it for what we're doing. I want to talk a little bit about this little section right here. You can see originally, like I said, this was our duck coop, and ducks need to dunk and rinse their heads and all that kind of stuff. And in winter, we couldn't have the pond outside because it would just freeze. So what we did is we had a big bowl of water here, and as they would splash, all the water would run down through the mesh and not get all over the floor, not cause mold and mildew and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully keep the coop a little bit cleaner. So we will be back when we get our baby chicks and get this all ready for the babies.
Yep.
So today's the day. Baby chickens arrive. I'm so excited. Dana and Cadence are on their way out to pick them up from the feed store now. So I'm gonna work on getting the brooder set up, get the heaters plugged in and the bedding down and feed and water ready. And believe it or not, it's actually a really beautiful, nice day finally. I'm actually outside in a t-shirt. So it's perfect for bringing chicks home because they need to stay pretty warm. For bedding, we just use a pine shaving. You want a coarse, more like a flake versus a dust. From what I understand, the research we've done, you want the bigger pieces because the chickens will eat the little pieces instead of eating their food, and that can just cause problems for the chickens and potential loss of chickens. We've never experienced that. We've never used the small flakes. This is all just stuff we've researched in the past, but we stick with the big pine shavings. So we'll get some of this spread out. So the goal is to just get a nice layer across. Doesn't have to be perfect. The chickens will move it all around, but just to cover the ground. Next I need to get the heaters set up. And to do that, I'm gonna have to run an extension cord all the way from the barn all the way to the coop. We don't have a better method right now. Every year we talk about trenching a water line and a electric line out here, so we have stuff right here by the gardens and the coops and all that kind of stuff. And we've been talking about that for 4 years, and something else always takes priority, and I guarantee you that this summer will be the same story. We probably won't get to it this summer either, but one can hope. Alright, then we'll go ahead and stick the cord in through the bird door. Right, so now we need to just set the heights, and you're going to want these pretty low when you first get the chicks. They should be able to basically just be able to crawl underneath them, because they want to be able to touch the plate, because they're going to need a lot of heat. And what I like to do, or what we like to do, is we actually like to kind of keep them up a little bit in the front and down a little bit in the back. So that way they can crawl underneath, and if they want more heat, they can go to the back. If they want less, they can come more to the front. And the two plates we have, I think, are big enough for, like, we could have one to do all the chickens we want to do this round. But as they get a little bit bigger, we like to have more plates and just give them a little bit more room. We use these versus a heat lamp. These are supposed to be safer or less of a fire hazard. I see posts all the time about heat lamps exploding and burning coops down and stuff like that, so we went with this option as a safer option. The one downside I have to them versus a heat lamp is the heat lamp, the chicks seem to find the heat right away. They can see it, they can feel the warmth of the glow and stuff like that. With these, they don't seem to find the heat right away, so the first couple nights we have to come out here and kind of round up little chicks and then put them underneath. And we do that for 2 or 3 nights, and they seem to get the picture after that and find them underneath. So that's the one downside of these, but overall I like these a lot better than a heat lamp. I feel a lot safer about them, and they seem to hold up and work really well. This is our, I think, our 3rd or 4th batch of meat birds we'll be doing with these heaters, and they've been working great. Okay, so we got our feed trough and our water ready. I don't have any feed yet. Dana's bringing that home with the chicks, and I think we are all set up and ready for when they get here. So since we got a little bit of time before Dana and Cadence get back with the chicks, I thought I'd tell you a little story on why we decided to start brooding our chickens outside in the old duck coop. So for the first couple years we did chickens, we would brood them in the basement. The first year we had just like a red kind of plastic ring that we set right down on the floor. And it worked okay until the birds started getting bigger and they started jumping out. So when we did some research, we found out you can use an old tent. And that worked great. We used that a few times until we had one batch of birds that, believe it or not, learned how to open up zippers. We had them in the tent, and we came home to do chores, you know, feed the chickens, give them fresh water, that kind of stuff. And we came downstairs to find chickens all over the basement. So we thought maybe one of us had gone down there to feed them earlier and just forgot to zip it all the way, and they just got out. So we rounded them all up, put them back in the tent, put the food, water, did all that. Went upstairs, came back downstairs, an hour later, all the chickens were back out again. Poo everywhere all over the basement. So that was the last time we brewed them in the basement. We decided to move them out. We had the extra coop. It's worked out pretty good for us for probably about the last, I think, 2 years we've done it out there now. And it's worked out pretty good. We've had a pretty good survival rate out there so far. Hopefully it continues this year as well. But yeah, that's the story on how we decided to start brooding outside. Besides that, get the smell out of the house. Nobody likes to smell chicken poop in their house. What do you have?
I have chickens.
What kind of chickens?
Meat chickens.
Are they big?
No.
No?
Not yet.
Not yet?
How many are in there?
3. So we're gonna get them in a new coop. These are our baby chickens in the box. So we're gonna open the lid and give them a little water. There they are. Gonna grab one of them. Here's one of them.
So the chickens were either born today or yesterday, so they have not experienced water. So what we do is we take each one, we dip the beak in the water so they know where to find it.
Then we each get one a little drink.
That's right. I'm gonna do one, okay?
Okay. Okay, I'm giving you a little.
This one?
Final one. Well,
Yep, that one found it.
there we go.
Alright. Alright, so it's getting to be evening. We're gonna go down and check on our chickens, right?
Yep.
Right. And you wouldn't be a farmer if you didn't go out in your PJs and your muck boots. Let's go check on the chickens.
Wow, they're actually underneath.
Some of them.
A lot of them are. This is unusual.
So it's dark now. I'm gonna head out one more time just to make sure all the chickens are underneath the heat plates and make sure they're gonna make it through the night okay. So the chickens are tucked in underneath their heat plates, ready for the night. That'll be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. You can check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Just K's Day Farm. We're posting all kinds of other stuff there as well. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. We got some more animals coming in the future, so more content like this. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.